Hello, what's going on, guys? It's Tom. Today I wanted to make a video about my personal journey after a 3-month dopamine detox. So recently I went to Sweden and I spent 3 months away from YouTube, away from video games, away from all kinds of stuff. I still used like my computer for work, and like I was still messaging some people and stuff, but generally I was off of technology. I was doing digital Sabbaths. I was doing like a lot to detox, and that detox ended about a month and a half ago. So it's been about a month and a half since my planned relapse, where I just planned to just binge whatever I wanted to binge. I've been on a journey since then, so I'll just kind of share some of the things I've learned about myself through my experience. And yeah, so I wrote some notes down and we'll just go through them. And yeah, I'm excited. So I had a planned relapse. So the plan, I don't quite remember what it was, but it was basically like binge a bunch of stuff and then like afterwards maybe try to plan another detox. So it, of course, has not gone as I planned, which is funny. I actually like planned that it wouldn't go as I would plan, so that's cool. And yeah, so I ended up like basically cycling through a lot of different games. So I would cycle through games like Clash Royale, very addictive game for me. So I like played that game for like, I don't know, 10, 12 hours straight, and then I just deleted it. I was like, okay, I'm done with that. Like, I just played it, and I was like, okay, got that out of my system, I'm done with that. And then went to the next thing, went to, like, porn, and binged all that, and then I was like, okay, I'm done with that. And that lasted, that like, cycle of, like, cycling through process happened for actually just a few days. So, like, maybe 3 or 4 days, I was just, like, binging stuff, and then being like, what else can I binge? Oh, I can binge Hearthstone. Let's binge that. And yeah, at some point I would just be like, okay, this is like whatever. I'm just going to delete it. It's just not what I remember. And yeah, so that was good. It was good to cycle through and learn that, yeah, I could just cycle through and like I don't really have any desire to play any of those games or binge any of those games. What I found difficult were some of the things that stuck. So there were other things that I binged that after the first like 3 to 4 days, I found it very hard to let go of. The thing I found it the most hard to let go of, and the thing that I really learned about myself, is that I love YouTube. So I went on a trip to Las Vegas, so I'm in Las Vegas right now. I just went on like a road trip. And while I was on the road trip, and this was maybe like 10 days after the detox, I found myself just constantly dealing with the situation by opening up YouTube videos and binging stuff. So there was like this poker drama that was going on, and I was paying attention to that, and any other YouTube videos that I could find, I was just going into it and trying to like just, I don't know, get entertainment. I don't know what it was, but for some reason my brain just can't let go of YouTube. Like, it just wants that at its core. And for the past like 45 days I've been like browsing YouTube and using YouTube quite a bit, and it's been hard to let go of. I've recently 2 days ago I made a plan for myself that I don't want to do that, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I learned to appreciate that about myself, that what I gain, like basically what I gain from YouTube. So I think that's one thing that I wrote here. Is just questions for everybody. Like, what do you specifically do? What do you specifically gain? The reason why I wrote very specifically and be specific is because for me, what I found is that I gained something from YouTube. So it's not just like, the process for me is not just going on YouTube, right? It's like there are specific creators that I follow, and there is a specific reason that I go there. And what I've found is that I'm lacking human connection for myself. So I actually find it just difficult and challenging to connect to people in general. I'm learning that about myself. So I've been going to yoga classes more recently, and I've been like, I don't know, I've been learning that it's hard for me to just be genuine or just be like authentic when we're doing stuff, and just to like really open up and like do that. And what's interesting is when I go on YouTube, it's almost like I go on YouTube and I find a creator and they're just talking and they seem open and they're just like sharing things and they're talking about their lives and like, so there's very specific content creators like Clint Stevens was one that I watched a lot back in the day. And yeah, he just like talks and he just like talks about random stuff and it like feels like he's my friend. There's other ones, like there's another one called Ludwig. Sometimes I'll watch him and it's like, yeah, he's just really entertaining. He's really good at talking. So a lot of creators that are just really good at talking and just commenting on stuff and explaining situations, and I just feel like connected in a way when I watch this stuff. Or if there's like some kind of drama going on, so there was some poker drama that happened recently with some hand where people were speculating on if it was cheating or if it wasn't cheating, and people were like talking about it and it was like crazy, and I was like keeping up with all that, and I was like trying to stay in the loop and finding connection there, just like almost like a social circle type of deal. So I think like when I ask these questions, I think like what I've learned for myself is really understanding like what do I specifically get from YouTube? Like why am I going there? Why is that like my core thing that I can't let go of? So yeah, and then trying to find alternate ways. So I'm trying to personally just go to yoga. I'm trying to explore other communities out there that I resonate with for myself. So hopefully that goes well. And yeah, it's a challenge. The other thing I wanted to talk about in this video, as far as what I've been experiencing and what I've been learning and appreciating more, is like, I don't know how better to explain it, but it's like dopamine addiction, or like a very dopamine-centric thing. And I've been really appreciating like what is the difference between like what I love in technology versus like what is like the crap. Also my hand's over here. Okay. What I love. Here we go. I'm looking at the camera now. What I love versus the crap. Yeah. Yeah. Good. So like what do I love about technology? Right? So like I've got a video open here, Jacob Dominion. I love music. Okay? I love music. I've been rekindling myself with music after the detox. I didn't listen to music, so I've been really enjoying it. I've been really loving it. It's been great to listen to. The other thing that I've been enjoying since coming back to just spending time on technology and letting myself do whatever is actually playing League of Legends. So there was a time where I was a really high rank in League of Legends, where I was really well practiced. It's definitely it's like a skill where I have to practice it and get good at it, and I'm doing that again, and I really love it. I love it like internally for myself, like when I just play good, it just feels good. So I've been doing that, and I've been distinguishing like what is that versus what is the like stuff that I get addicted to. And there was a game recently that my friends were playing called Dead by Daylight. And in that game, there's this thing called blood points that you can get, and I like there's a lot of video games out there that work this way nowadays. But there's like just this in-game currency that the game gives you as you play the game. So it's like, here's some currency, here's some stuff, go buy game stuff with this stuff, and it just gives you more stuff, and it's like compounding stuff on stuff. And for some people, it seems like they can play the game and it's fine and they can just have fun with it. What I found in my experience is that when I play Dead by Daylight, I get addicted to blood points no matter what my intention is. So I like came in with the intention of, I just want to play this game with my friends. I just want to like not focus on the blood points, but focus on the game, just focus on playing as well as I can, just focus on like playing only with my friends, and just kind of like focusing on the mechanics of the game, and just like, you know, really focusing on the skill of the game and all this kind of stuff. And what I found was that my brain just could not like do that. I don't know why, but like I found myself getting very agitated, for example, when I had a quest for 30,000 blood points, and I played a game, and then the killer is on me, and I'm getting killed, and then I'm not getting the quest that I wanted to get, and then I was just finding myself internally frustrated, and it was like, it was a realization where I was like, I'm not playing the game, I'm like playing for the blood points. And I want to make this point because I think a lot of games run this way. So I think League of Legends also is no exception to this, where there's just a lot of like stuff around the game that like is very dopamine centric in my experience. So like what I found for myself is that it like I was trying to like figure out like what does that give me? Like YouTube gives me human connection. What does that give me? And really what I was finding is that it gives me like a sense of reward, a sense of progression, and like it's almost like when I'm in that moment, it's like a very zombie-like feeling where I'm just like getting stuff. And it's a very, like, it almost feels like, because I know there's a dopamine pathway that goes from the VTA, the ventral tegmental area, to like nucleus accumbens, the mesolimbic pathway. It literally, to me, feels like a very brain-stemmy feeling. Like, it's not even emotional. It's like a very, like, there's just this, like, drive. It's like progression. And it's like, I feel like a zombie. I feel numb. It's weird. And so I learned that about myself through just, like, playing that game. And yeah, I wanted to share that just to make people aware, like, hey, if you do that, like, just be aware that you're doing that. Yeah, and the other thing that I'm learning is that, yeah, I think a healthy relationship with technology is possible as long as you have the right intentions. So, like I said, I've been finding it hard to let go of YouTube, but I have let go of Dead by Daylight, so I like just deleted it a week ago, and I was like, nope, I'm done. I feel good about that. And yeah, I've been really enjoying music and League of Legends, and that's been great. And yeah, I guess as a final point of that, I wanted to share a pop-off moment that I had in a recent game. So yeah, enjoy, and we'll see you guys. Well, maybe I can give play-by-play commentary. Okay, so here I can probably kill Gangplank solo, but I also know Silas is coming, so I'm like, okay, sick. Just out of range of his chains, nice. I also have Rylai's, so it slows him. So I'm like, okay, cool. So here I don't know Talon's here, but I'm warding for Silas. Okay. And I'm like, oh, there he is. Okay, go. I know he's there. Dodge. Okay, go. And here I'm like, just whatever. I'm just going. I'm probably gonna die. I'm just like, whatever, dude. Ooh, that dodge on that. On the chains. Ooh, that was like, go. And then Lulu comes in. Let's go. And when Lulu ults me, I was like, oh, let's go. Oh, it was so pog. Let's go. Alright. Sick. Anyways, have a nice day. Cheers.